Movie explained here. Today, I have added as a 2022 Spanish teen romance film, titled Through My Window. It follows the story of a Raquel has a very long-time crush on her hot neighbor, Aries, whom she secretly watches however has in no way spoken to. Can she make Aries fall in love together along with her? Spoiler ahead, Raquel starts narrating the story of her life. In a classroom, we see her refusing to study her project as despite the fact that she is aware of the way to write a story, she is not brave enough to tell it. She then says that her story would not begin on this classroom. It honestly starts in her house. Her house, as she describes, is a humble home that, through ups and downs, ended up surrounded through an empire known as the Hidalgo Mansion. The Hidalgos are her next-door neighbors. However, their way of life is absolutely unique from hers. The Hidalgos' personal Alpha 3, one of the most influential agencies in the country, whose headquarters is the most wonderful constructing in Barcelona. Alpha 3 refers back to the three heirs to the empire, the Hidalgo brothers, Artemis, Aries, and Apollo. Raquel has an bad obsession with Aries, however has never stated a word to him. She is aware of the whole thing. He doesn't likes to collect records about him. Apollo, thank you Raquel for allowing them to use her Wi-Fi as theirs is broken. She is confused and reveals out that Aries has hacked into her laptop and cracked the Wi-Fi password. In the midst, Raquel's close pals, Yoshi and Daniela, are introduced. The same day, after college, Raquel watches Aries' football training lurking below the bleachers. An abrupt downpour ends the training for the day, and Raquel reveals herself following Aries right into a cemetery in which he confronts her approximately being obsessed on him, and she accuses him of hacking into her laptop. In response, he writes the password on her hand and asks her why it's for a code that says Ares, Greek god. They change words, which leads Raquel to confess that she likes him and desires him to fall for her. He walks her home. That nighttime, she unplugs the Wi-Fi to say that it is her who's in control of it. However, Aries climbs up her window into her room and plugs it returned in. They share a steamy second that leaves Raquel trying more. The next day, Aries invitations her to a celebration in which she seduces him, however, would not allow him get what he desires. Later, she befriends the more youthful Hidalgo boy, Apollo, and buys him a drink. He receives too drunk and would not need to return home. She takes him to her area with the help of her friend, Daniela. On the way, Apollo by chance breaks her phone, and Apollo, in his drunken state, expresses his interest in Daniela. Meanwhile, Aries once more climbs up her window to check on his brother and says that till their father is going to work, they cannot cross lower back home. Aries opens as much as her approximately his grandfather's loss of life and the way he too has allergic reactions similar to him. Later, he asks Raquel to climb alongside onto the mattress and stalks a steamy second together, along with her with a wasted Apollo in slumber. The next day, she reveals a mysterious packet on her mattress alongside a note, which seems to be Aries gifting her a brand new phone. She marches to his residence to go back it. However, they emerge as having sex. Afterward, there appears to be something incorrect with Aries, whose movements enraged Raquel. She storms home, by chance leaving in the back of her locket, after gate crashing a non-public pool celebration on the Hidalgos. To accumulate her necklace, Raquel finally ends up staying the nighttime with Aries. Handiest to have Aries abandon her by myself in his mattress. Again she storms home. A disheartened Raquel, alongside Daniela and Yoshi, visit a celebration to assist her pass on after the abrupt finishing of the fling. At the celebration, Raquel sees Aries kissing any other woman, which conjures up her to spend time together, along with her pals so one can recover from him. Meanwhile, Daniela stalks a second with Apollo, who's mesmerized through her, and Yoshi stalks a dance with Raquel. The trio later visit the college pool, and Yoshi and Raquel chat intimately. Raquel receives very under the influence of alcohol and is rescued through Aries while locked out of her residence. After Aries lightly places her on her mattress, a drunken Raquel asks him to inform her a tale. He tells her the tale of his mother and father dysfunctional dating and the way his father believes love is a weakness. Raquel asks if he has ever been in love, and he broodingly says, I assume so. The following day, Aries sees Raquel at her college and rankings aim for her. He then apologizes to her as he realizes he's been totally incorrect and actually cares for her. Raquel has a heartfelt conversation with her mother where she tells her not to follow in the footsteps of her father. Her father was a great writer, but he never had the courage to publish his novel. She encourages her to cut all the drama and just tell Aries how she really feels about him. Raquel goes to Aries' place to tell him just that, but isn't allowed into the house as everyone in his family feels that she is a distraction that will stop him from attaining his goals. Aries disobeys everyone and runs to the prom, where he is shunned by Yoshi for breaking Raquel's heart so many times. Raquel has determined to be brave and give her relationship a risk, and we could Aries know that she could be anticipating him at prom. When Aries arrives earlier than Raquel, he meets Yoshi, is furious and doesn't let Aries speak to Raquel. They exchange words that lead to a fight, where Yoshi pushes Aries into an empty pool. Soon the pool starts filling up with water. Yoshi tells Raquel what happened at the pool, and she rushes to save him as she remembers that he is allergic to chlorine. It is said that Aries suffered from a severe anaphylactic attack, him right into a shock. He is taken to the hospital, wherein Aries' family and Raquel wait whilst he's getting treated. From there on, Raquel talks to his family to provide their courting a risk, and that they agree, having been shaken up because of the opportunity of dropping their son. After Aries recovers, we see that he and Raquel reconcile and spend the summer together, on the give up of which Aries leaves for clinical school. Raquel is going on to complete her book and get it published. Artemis recognizes his courting with Claudia. Daniela starts publicly courting Apollo, and it's far a happy finishing for everyone. The movie, however, forgets to tie up one unfastened give up, that's that of Yoshi, Raquel's best friend. We see that he confessed his emotions to Raquel, and while she thinks Aries turned into now no longer going to return back to prom, she runs into his arms, announcing that he's the simplest one who's continually there for her. He tells her approximately Aries earlier than she will say more. So, it's far as much as the judgment of the viewer, considering how the writers gave Through My Window any such clean finishing. Maintaining, in keeping with that, we will count on that. Yoshi were given over his emotions for Raquel, and they're nevertheless great friends, whilst he's doing his personal factor successfully, and finishing as ideal because it receives. If you discover this video useful, then subscribe and share to your friends and press the bell button. Thanks for watching.